Week 6 of the National Football League.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Buccaneers ready to go on offense with a new man at the helm here for 2023 in his 6th season now in the NFL, Baker Mayfield.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Now a third-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You talk about this Lions defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They will run with White out of the shotgun. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's the 12th overall pick in April's draft, Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Look at this defense for Tampa Bay. It's quite a unit. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, wide open, complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone. That's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think that 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I do know from experience, when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 38-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Back to throw, Goff.
Throwing for Montgomery. He's got him on the out route.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 10 more there and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Gibbs is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Goff going to move his guys around a bit.
Second and 3. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now third and goal. Goff now looks to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
from 3 yards out.
And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answer.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it second down and 12. Here's a toss right side with White. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Mayfield. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just shut something down and pump the football.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
A first down created by Laporta. An easy draft pick by the Lions because he fit exactly what they want. A tight end excels at finding gaps in coverage and throwing hard blocks at the line of scrimmage.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His second touchdown of the game, his third of the year. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And some room to run now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
A quality pickup from White, who really earned more time as the Bucs starter the back half of last season. Finished with close to 400 yards in the Bucs' final 8 games. Positioned himself as the leader in the backfield moving forward.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Evans here.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now a toss play. This is White. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
And this one caught downfield by Evans.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now Mayfield.
And this is going to be incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
You have to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you're head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Open man right side to St. Brown. Able to avoid him. And he gets gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
2nd and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Well, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. His pass caught at the 4.
And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's get out of here with a win.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Clock running, the Bucs trying to go quickly and get set. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And that's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And again, it's Mayfield.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Jameer Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now Goff on first down. They got his man complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Here's Goff.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
The 26 big yards on that one. It's another first. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final two.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
On first and 10, Goff. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Goff. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it. Don't you think, Tom?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Goff. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Patterson's kick is good.
And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So, well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
So here are the Lions to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
The second half starts with a run by Gibbs.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Goff.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
3rd and 2. Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a pickup of 6.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Montgomery with a good game there, and he broke 800 yards for the Bears' NFL best ground game last season. Divisional rival Detroit took notice and brought him in to boost their growing offense.
Now a play fake, and it's gone.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff.
And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at the 33-yard line.
They'll start here with a handoff to White.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mayfield.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
a little bit.
just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed.
78 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And he'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
In motion, the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down. Goff.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Mayfield off the play fake.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
That one too wide and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And sometimes I guess maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back, and essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
1st down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
And off now to Gibbs.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
125 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work in the office, doesn't it?
They'll run with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end.
Touchdown! Jamison Williams with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Bucs on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Julian Okwara
coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Let's take it inside his own 40. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. He returns the punt 61 yards. And the Lions are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one. Go as they just add on to that big lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
First down, Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
They find some open field here. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. 21 yards there on third down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw, Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Mayfield with it once more.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now a throw to the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Give to Reynolds.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And they'll run again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Lions. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
Forced out to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Evans here.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Mayfield now. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
The Lions offense set to take over. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Shaquille Barrett there pushing upfield to make the stop. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
They'll go again with Reynolds.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. They'll hand off to Reynolds.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago.